these shirts here, one for $25 and then two for 40. They come in from sizes.
Do you make this stuff?
Uh-huh.
All homemade.
Yes.
Today, I'm with Ray. She's the founder, creator of Hike and Stick. Ray, can you tell your story on why you start your business?
I am an avid adventurer. I love going outside. And I also love collecting things for memories of the trips I go to. And stickers are a nice way to do that because they're minimal. I'm also a little bit of a minimalist. So, with the stickers, it's just fun to remember the memories of where you've been. And the design I have for them is just a hexagon so they can make a honeycomb pattern. And that way you don't have to cover up any of your memories that you make. So
hold on, tell more about that. So if they get the stick, they don't have to cover the stuff?
yeah, they don't have to cover any of the stickers because of the pattern that I make with them. So, which is I like that. I hate seeing stickers on cars or water bottles that are all covered up because then you have to cover up memories that you've made.
I see. And you say you travel a lot on hiking, I guess, and you're minimalist.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the biggest hike trip you have taken?
I've done a lot of trips with my husband. We've gone up to Montana. We've gone up to Jackson Hole. He does a lot of the bigger stuff. He goes on 100-mile races and hikes that last all day. But, probably my biggest trip is about 38 miles that I've done, down in Antelope Canyon.
Just in the wilderness, just with nature.
Yeah.
I hope they never privatize that land.
Yeah.
But if they do, I want a vacation home there.
Yeah.
So, what was the reason? Well, did you always went into stuff like this, or was it something that sparked it?
I think I've always had a love for nature, but once I got married and married my husband, who's a very, very adventurous guy, it kind of grew from there. And being married to him, we've done a lot of trips together, which has been a lot of fun.
Perfect. And with those products, how does the idea come? How do you?
Just for the idea for the
the
company.
product. And how do you come with new idea, a new design? How does that come?
I think just my style, just more of the minimalism of it. I like simplicity in things. I also like vibrant colors. And I've always really enjoyed art. I've always drawn as a kid. And so I've designed all the stickers that I make. Yeah, I don't know. I just who I am, I guess. I don't know.
Fair enough. And what would you say is the hardest thing to be a vendor?
The hardest part about being a vendor is feeling confident in your product. And it's hard to watch people walk away and keep walking away and look and smile and walk away. So it's hard to put yourself out there, and not have people love it as much as you do. But I did read something the other day where it said, what was it? There's not a customer for everyone, but I can't remember. I'm butchering it. But there are people out there that will love things that you make as much as you do. You just gotta find them.
Yeah. Just finding the right market, have the patience and not to give up.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I think that's a interesting segue to it. I see some vendor that come once or twice to a market and they give up. And I think part of it is not giving it enough time or not going to the right market.
Right.
And if you go to the wrong market, you're not going to sell anything. And you just think, oh, my product is bad. Well, it's not bad. It's
not the right place.
Not the right people. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what's the future? What's the future of the business?
Continue with my, collections. I have so many different collections I want to do. I'm working on national parks right now. Eventually I'd love to do one of every state. I do custom work as well. So if people have places they've been that they want a memory of, but can't find the sticker of it, I I take those in and create those for them. But yeah, just continuing to create. And what's nice about a lot of it is digital, so I don't have to sink too much cost into everything. Yeah, just continuing to create and love the work I'm doing. So I think the biggest part is to do what you love rather than what you think it's going to sell, but also trying to find a happy medium within that. So.
And where can people find you?
I have an Instagram, hike and stick. And then my Gmail is hikeandstick@gmail.com. And I've got a Shopify and an Etsy as well, all under the same name. So.
All right. Thank you. And good luck today.
Yeah.
And good luck to business.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Today, I'm with Edgar. He's the founder, creator of Easy Brussels. Can you tell your story on how you ended up coming to craft show like this?
Yes, I actually started about 2.5 years ago. I was looking for a soap that will fit my own likings. And in the search, I started doing my own soap. And from that point on, I started giving them away as presents, as gifts. And then one thing led to another one that there was a demand for my product. And then at that point, we started with the conception of what the product might look. And that began from logo, packaging, vendors and things like that. How can I distribute my product all over Utah? So we started doing small fairs like this, events, markets, like this. And so far, 2 years have been really, really good, successful on inventory and creating a product dedicated for men.
Perfect. Edgar, with all due respect, I mean, you are a Renaissance man. You were looking, you didn't like the soap you're using, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna make my own soap. Most people just go to Amazon and start looking for a different soap. But in your case, you're like, you know what, I think I can do better.
So that's the thing. You want the best, you have to put the time into it. So I want the best product for me. So that's how I came up with it. And then the product became the best for others.
And how did you have the courage to know that you could do it? Have you done this before?
Never. It was just a trial and error kind of a thing. Let's try it and let's see if it works. And that's how it became. Just trial and error.
You just read some books and then you're like, I'm going to make this?
I started reading blogs on how to actually do the things, places where I could get my main materials. So it was all about reading, understanding how the products mix, and that becomes part of the whole entire product itself, from oils, from formulas, things like that. So it's not easy. It's not really simple to just say, I want to do soap. It's more than that. It truly is.
And what are the ingredients that you use?
So my soap, it's an olive oil formula, and I went to a distributor where I talked to the distributor. I planted what I wanted on the formula. Olive oil has been really great on my skin, and I wanted to focus on that for everything as a base for my soaps technically.
So, and do you still make them, or do you have the distributor make them?
No. I make everything.
Okay.
So yes.
Perfect. And I know you make soap. Do you make shampoo as well? Do you make other stuff?
So currently what we did, because there was a demand, we extended the collection to a body wash.
A body wash?
Yes, body wash. People are wanting something different than just bar soap, so I decided to do that. And then I started doing my own shampoo as well, just to, I wanted something healthy in my hair, not with too many chemicals into it. So working with the oils, I figured out which oils work best for my hair. And so I feel like there's a high population of people that have the same style of hair that I do.
So you have soap, body wash, shampoo. How do you decide the next item you want to bring to market?
It's all about interaction with people. Like, hey, do you like my product? What else can I bring to you? What else do you think that will be a good idea for a product? So it's always having that connection with your customers.
Perfect.
Yes.
And I know, I mean, you have like three main item you sell. And how do you know how much inventory to bring to a market like this?
Well, once again, everything started as a trial and error, but at this point, I usually carried 12 pieces of each individual soap. And usually by the end of the day, if it's a busy day, I'm completely sold out. My product, it's made in small batches, which means I don't do high productions of items. So I'm constantly making the soaps technically. So everything is fresh.
And you can better control the quality too, right?
Exactly.
Um, what has been the hardest part of being a vendor?
I think on my end is locating the best spots. Certain locations might not work with my product, and that can be evidenced really early on like let's say at a market. I can identify immediately if that location will be good for my product or not.
I bet because like I was talking to a vendor earlier, your product could be good, but if the demographic you go to is the bad, you might not be selling. And I think a lot of vendors, especially the first time vendors, struggle with that because they go to a market and they don't sell anything and they give up. They don't realize, well, you went to the wrong market or at least the wrong kind of market.
Well, I think the industry of being a vendor is the way that I think about it. It's marathon, not a race. So the marathon, you have to keep up that speed and that momentum and that energy going through the whole entire journey. So if you have a bad day, that shouldn't discourage you from keep going.
Yeah.
There's good and bad days and everything.
And when you come to a market like this, do you go to farmer market at all?
Certain markets, farmer market, depending.
Is there anything specific that you do different for your booth when you go to craft show like this or when you go to a farmer market?
It's all depending about indoor, outdoor. So outdoor setup is a little more complicated. That includes a tent, everything else. So setting up that takes a little time and a little effort technically. And events that are indoor are easier to manage because it's under indoors technically. So you don't need anything extra.
And what's the future for the business?
I want to go global. I want to start my own website so it's easier for people to obtain my product. But once again, I'm not at that level. I'm still working on quality over quantity. So it's important for me to have a really nice product instead of going out and selling that product to the masses technically.
And if someone want to contact you, where can they find you?
That's you guys can follow me on my Instagram. I'm usually available there. You guys can send me a message and I'm more than willing to respond through Instagram. I do deliveries all over Utah County. So yeah, just shoot me a message, follow me, look at my products, ask questions. I'll be more than happy to work with you.
All right, Edgar, thank you for talking to us. Good luck today and good luck in the future with your business.
Thank you.